Good afternoon, beautiful people of HS2 Rebellion. Start hitting the shares. I've got some good news for you. So, strange turn of events. Thames Valley Police and HS2 being remarkably cooperative. Very, very peculiar. It's really warmed up here. It's lovely and sunny. Maybe the nice weather put them in a good mood. But at about, I'm going to say 11 o'clock, had a bit of a change of heart, and now what we've got is this happening. We have got not one but two lovely tree Bradleys protecting this amazing oak tree on the Quainton Road in Bucks. We've got two Bradleys there, and we've got some lovely ground support. What we've also got happening here, unfortunately, is that we have got tree security. Hi guys, who were apparently here for our own health and safety earlier, and now here for the health and safety of this oak tree. Apparently. And we've also got happening over in the field, over there. We do unfortunately have some a bit of hedgerow clearance that is going on, which is unfortunate. But what actually, I've just had a chat with the ecologist, again being amazingly cooperative and communicative. But here is the value of having done the nesting survey, because we have been down here the last few nights, the last few days. We've been taking word locations of nests. We've been taking videos of birds hopping in and out. We've been doing some species IDs, so we were able to have an intelligent conversation with the ecologist. And remarkably, the ecologist is being quite cooperative, but they have been pretty communicative with us today. Now, unfortunately, as I said, there is a bit of hedgerow clearance that they're doing here, and what they're actually doing on the opposite side of that hedgerow is they are trimming back the edge of the hedgerow so that the ecologists can get in and have a closer look. Now, I have been able to communicate with Thames Valley Police already this morning and with the ecologists, and they have on occasion actually reflected upon what they're doing. But unfortunately we now have this happening. So although they said that this was going to be a bit of tree trimming on the outside, this is actually what they are now doing. Because we do have, the intention is here, that's a bit rude. That's a bit rude, madam. The Bradleys are protecting these two oak trees there, and there is a road, an access road that is going to come across the road that I'm standing on from the compound in that direction over towards the route in that direction. There is also a parallel road that's going to cross diagonally here as well, and that is where they are doing now this hedgerow clearance. Now, we have found lots of nests further up there in that section of hedgerow. They do peter out somewhat, but they did stop what they were doing because I pointed out that there is an active nest just right here. So they have operated a 5-metre exclusion zone around that nest at our insistence, and they're now cutting back here. So really, these guys, they haven't been doing a lot for most of the morning, in all honesty. Mostly what they've been doing is sunbathing. But now this is what's going on. That one there, that's which is pretty diabolical, isn't it? This is really diabolical. So the intention is to come through. They will be taking out this tree if they have their way, and all we can really do here now is just to kind of just witness what's going on, really, and just try to point out wherever we can where we've sighted active nests. But at the end of the day, what we actually had happening here quite remarkably is that the guy in the white hat there, who seems to be driving operations on, he is the butcher from Denham that has been that's been operating a lot in Denham. The guy there, he's been insisting that the ecologist does not communicate, it's not led by me, but does his own independent survey. And unfortunately, the ecologist over there in the blue hat is a younger and more inexperienced person, and that is the kind of brutality and disrespect that this man is actually showing. He thinks it's quite funny to be doing this. Taking great pleasure in delight. And what he's doing looks absolutely disgusting. I wonder if he knows what kind of a monster he looks like. And the fact that he was laughing and finding it extremely amusing. You found that amusing, did you, sir? You found that amusing? Did you? can only assume that's dissociation and cognitive dissonance. That you don't want to be associated with the barbaric act that you've just perpetrated. No? People in slaughterhouses have the same kind of mentality as you. You have to like separate yourself from the action of what you're doing. So this is Coombs Forestry. They're based in Petersfield. They have been. They have been emailed, and they have been given the location of active nests that they found, as have HS2. And unfortunately, that's what we're faced with. It's really disgusting. I can only assume that he's extremely embarrassed by his own actions. What can I say? So let's show you something a bit more positive that's happening. Is that around 11 o'clock this morning, Thames Valley Police suddenly went. When we were here first thing in the morning, it did seem like it was going to be all systems go. The police officers did approach Bradley in the tree, did warn him about committing aggravated trespass, etc, etc. Said that EKFB owned and had possession of this property. We did challenge them on that, and we insisted that they went away and established that possession order, which had been delivered to the local council on Friday. They needed to investigate that possession order to make sure that possession order is effective and not in process. In other words, it's one thing to deliver a possession order, but the date on that possession order could have been any time from Friday 6, 7, even 12 weeks hence. So, for example, at Rosehill Farm, the landowner there was given a possession order, was actually given several months' notice. So just because the possession order has been delivered doesn't mean to say it's effective from the time of delivery. Depends what date is on that possession order. And now the police initially was saying, look, we've got the possession order, we've been told there's a possession order. We insisted that they went away and actually saw that possession order or had documentary evidence of the date upon that possession order and when it became effective. So things kind of quietened down quite a lot then, and we were quite insistent, and we did explain that they needed to establish that possession order was effective and not sometime in the future. And they came back and then said that we could protest here for the day, and that we could be here quite happily, and off they went. So that was quite remarkable. So thank you very much to the police this morning. Feels a bit weird saying that, I'll be honest with you. Isn't very often, but on this occasion they actually listened to what we were saying and told that we could protest here for the day. So that is what has been happening. So these Bradleys here just getting some hot soup that's been delivered by a wonderful woman from Welsh Kitchen. Welsh Kitchen have been making food. I wish you had smelly vision actually, because it's absolutely delicious. It smells fantastic. I actually grabbed some myself earlier and it's really, really lovely. It is really good, isn't it? It's really, really good. Yeah, you do. Has Bradley in the tree got some? Okay, cool. So, yeah, Bradley's taking a bit of a rest and getting some sustenance. And Bradley's got his dog here as well, and it's the most gorgeous dog. That's Simba. So, yeah, that's what's happening here. It's really warmed up. So, actually, the atmosphere generally here is really pleasant and polite. So, if you do want to come down, we are at the Bucks Railway Centre. The postcode is HP22 4BY. Didn't get time to put that in the blurb at the top, but maybe somebody could transcribe that into the comments. The postcode here is HP22 4BY. And so for today at least, this tree is quite safe. These Bradleys, more to the point, are quite safe. The police have retreated, as I say, and we can only assume that the possession order that we insisted that they had a closer look at, they've had to go away and have a closer look at that, or they've had a closer look and decided that maybe there is an issue with EKFB possession here in Quainton. EKFB, for those of you who are not aware, this is EKFB is Eiffage Kia Ferrovial BAM. They are the primary contractors in this area for HS2. They have oversight of the construction phase of the project here. So Fusion had oversight of the enabling works, which was the clearance work, vegetation work. A lot of that is still going on because of delays in the work. And EKFB, Eiffage Kia Ferrovial BAM, they are in charge of the construction phase of this part of the project. Now Kia, they are the K in EKFB. They are really having quite a heyday here in this area, because not only are they overseeing, not only are they primary contractors for HS2, they are also going to, if it goes through, be the contractors who will be constructing a mega prison about 5 miles away from here. In Steeple Claydon, just up the road, not only are EKFB very, very active there in the infrastructure maintenance depot area, they are also constructing a housing development in the village. So the impact that Kia are having in this small patch of Buckinghamshire is quite staggering. They seem to have their finger in lots and lots of pies. So that's a little bit about Kia, and as you know, last week we had some amazing actions about Kia. Kia, it stops here, particularly protesting their construction of mega prisons, and it's just absolutely staggering just how much kind of, as I say, fingers and lots of pies here Kia have, and so we really do need them to sit up and take notice and think about their moral obligations at this time. Their Kia Living, which is the house building part of Kia, is really struggling. Last Friday they were told that they could sell, and so Equity Management Corporation took them over to sell at the tune of, I think it was £110 million, and apparently 75 million of that is going to actually pay out the backlog, but they own billions. They are billions in the red, and sorry, not billions, millions probably in the red, and so even selling Kia Living will not bail them out. They are in dire straits, and so maybe the management capability that HS2 need to demonstrate as part of notice to proceed can be shown to be seriously flawed in employing EKFB as primary contractors here. As you know, notice to proceed, which was granted in February of last year, notice to proceed for the construction phase, HS2 had to show management capability, affordability of contracts and a strong business case. And if HS2 are employing the likes of EKFB, they really are hardly showing management capability if part of the primary subcontractors are in the red and looking very shaky indeed. So we are going to be leaving it here for now. Just having a look at some of your comments if I possibly can, because it's really, oh bless your heart, oh amazing. So Kate is full of admiration for everything that you're doing, guys. So yeah, you're getting lots of love here, Bradley in the tree.
Yeah, we love you, little Bradley.
Oh,
Bradley in the cradle.
thanks ever so much for watching, everybody. There's Bradley in the tree, getting loads of love here. Give us a wave, blows a kiss, and we're going to go now. So we are saying goodbye now, for now, and we will update you tomorrow.
Anti-SOC.